We're back at it again. It's another edition of the Babz Bi-Week Rewind. Thank you for listening if you made it this far. I can't believe it. It's another episode. This week, we're talking about Week 3, New England Patriots, Detroit Lions. The last time I talked, I was disgusted. I was angry. I was seething. I was mad. I was in the hotel room in Jacksonville. I was on the phone with Green Runs Deep, and I told him, hey, GRD, I'm going to Detroit. Everybody and their mothers know about GRD and his undefeated streak. He never wanted to go against the daddy of Boston. So when he heard that I was going to Detroit, it made him angry. He said, you know what, Babz, go do what you want to do, but just remember, the Pats won't win when you go down there, but something magical will happen. The main reason why he didn't want me to go down was because we have our fantasy football group. We try to get together all the time and watch fantasy night. And I told him, I love fantasy football. I love watching all these games. I knew this year was kind of big for me, the Spike King, to go out there, to travel around, to mesh with Patriots Nation, to mesh with everybody out there, meet new and exciting, great people. So I knew that my time would be limited. And in an early episode, week 1, I talked about Red Zone. And I would sit down on the couch every week. We'd watch Red Zone on one TV. We'd watch the Patriots on the other. This is the group that we'd have together. So we already had plans in week 3 to have everyone together. I was saying if the Pats beat the Jaguars the week prior, I wouldn't go to Detroit. But because of that loss, I wanted to go out there. And GRD was mad because he knew all our boys weren't getting together on that Sunday for week 3. So I already had my flight booked to Detroit. I booked everything back in April. Once the schedule gets released, that's when you have to book these flights. And they're cheap. Only 100, like 100 to 150 round-trip flights. So you have to do that in advance. Now, for the game, I waited till Wednesday. I was looking at seats, and I saw this one, Section 117, Row 1, C10. I saw this, and I couldn't give it up. The seat was right in the end zone, first row. That's where the Patriots would get warmed up. And I figured, all right, if I sit there, I could probably get on TV. I got to make a good sign. I got to think of something out there. And I actually went on my Instagram and said, hey, I want someone to come up with ideas to make signs. But I did it such a last minute. And I knew that. And there was one person actually from North Andover or Andover that made me a sign. And I just couldn't come pick it up. Just because of the time restraints, I had to work during the week, and then boom, I have to fly out to Detroit. But I knew if my seat was there, I had to think of something good to make. When I came back from Jacksonville and I landed in Boston, news broke. The Patriots were getting Josh Gordon. Now, there was such a small chance that he was going to be playing in week 3, but we saw him out there practicing. You saw him had that number 10. The hype was going out there. He was going to fly out with the team on that Sunday Night Football, and he was going to be there in Detroit. So I knew I had to come up with some sort of sign or some sort of idea that focuses around Josh Gordon. So this is where I came up with the idea. It was Sunday Night Football, Sunday Night Flash. You have that little lightning bolt, number 10, something that just sticks out. Piss poor handwriting. That's why I wanted people to help me out because I write like a 3-year-old and I'm not really artistic. So, but something that sticks out that I knew that if I went right to my seat and I said I will be down there right as the gates open, I will have that sign ready. And I know that NBC will see it. I knew that the Patriots would see it. So someone had to pick it up. And I ended up going in with that sign. I got there early. Josh Gordon was warming up on the field, and he pointed right at it, and he saw it. So Josh saw the sign as he was warming up. He walked over to us. I actually dropped my sign. He had to pick it up and give it to me. I was shaking. I was rattled. I couldn't believe it. This was before he was inactive. I gave him my cell phone. I said, yo, can you take a selfie with us real quick? And he ended up taking this picture. And honestly, it's unbelievable that Gordon took a selfie with us here because this was his real first interaction with Patriots fans and any sort of media all week, if you think about it. They had him hit him. He was out practicing. He never spoke with the media at all. He came up to us and he was very humble, like, hey, thanks for supporting. Signed I Am Boston's sign right there. Took my phone and took the selfie and then said, hey, guys, enjoy the game. And that was it. But to me, and to us back there as well, too, that were in that moment, it was something big because it's like, oh, my God, Josh Gordon's first interaction with Patriots fans, it was us. It was literally us, and I don't care. I'll brag about it. I want to brag about that. I thought that was just awesome. It was just amazing, and then all of a sudden later on it came out that he was going to be inactive and he wasn't going to play. So maybe that's why he came up and interacted with us, because he knew he wasn't going to play and he could eat that distraction. But still, it just, that right there, if you think about GRD, he said something magical was going to happen. And that was magical, meeting Josh Gordon. And it's also why you cannot ever go against GRD. He is truly undefeated, because you know something magical happens and the Pats end up losing, but we'll get to that in a second. So the day before the game, Saturday night, thank you to Anne Marie. She's right in the front here. She set this little party up. It wasn't an official Patriots party, but it's still, what a great turnout we had at Detroit Brewing Company. There were some Michigan State fans on the left-hand side that were booing us. They loved the Lions and everything like that, but still a great showing. This is where I got to meet a lot of great people like Phil and Kim from Canada that I will talk about later on in the season that have helped me out during the Nashville trip. And it's just awesome to go out, have a few beers with everyone. I got to meet Dom. He's out here in the left-hand side as well, too. It was just, honestly, this is moments I like for, because these are people that have never seen me before. They see the eye black, they see the personality, they see fun loving, they think I look like Gronk, they want to talk about it, and it's fun meeting with people. Now, I've talked about before, Ty Law's a mentor to me. He's helped me out in the past. How do I help him out? And something that I was trying to push, and I still am, is Ty for Hall of Fame. He's trying to get into the Hall of Fame. Anything I can do back to him, I will try my best with it. So meeting these people and having big groups, I knew that I had to plan something big for him. This was me preseason doing a Ty Law hype-up video with a big crowd, and he loved it. Everyone chanting his name, chanting Hall of Fame. So when I knew I had that crowd Saturday night at the Detroit Brewing Company, said, let's do something special.
Ty Law!
Ty, can't wait to see you in the Hall of Fame, baby.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Ty Law is his attitude. He brought it every single game. He played hard-nosed defense. People were afraid to go on his side of the field. When they did, he made them pay for it. That's the Patriots way.
My favorite Ty Law moment was the 2003 Divisional Championship game in a swirling snowstorm against Peyton Manning, which was to destroy us. I went with my daughter and watched him pick off 3 passes, 3 interceptions, single-handedly won the game.
Ty Law, great mentor, Pat's Hall of Famer, Pat's leader in so many categories. He deserved to be in Canton Hall of Fame.
Ty Law, you should be in the Hall of Fame. It's your time. You should be there.
So that night at the party as well, the Canadian couple, Phil and Kim, awesome people, like I said before, invited us out. Hey, say the next day, come, we're going to have a big tailgate together. So here's actually a picture of all of us together at the tailgate Sunday morning. So it's an 8:30 game, Sunday night kickoff. They started the tailgate at 7 in the morning. So they went all entire day. Played a little football outside, drank a couple beers. Jimmy Garoppolo tears his ACL that day. Everyone was a little bit sad, RIP, but we just wanted to get the vibes going, get it all going. It was an awesome group all together. Just one of the many group pictures I've had throughout the season, and I really enjoy it. Game time was finally here. Belichick coming out, taking a loss last week against Jaguars. You figure he's going to come out here, kick some ass. Doesn't matter if you're a kid. I ain't giving you a high five. Let's get it Sunday Night Football. And it didn't happen. It was another loss. It sucked. It really sucks. You know, you're going to back-to-back weeks now and they just kind of laid an egg this week. And you know what? Sunday Night Football, I looked at it this way. Matt Patricia at the time was 0-2. He needed this win to kind of save his job for the season. Sony Michel's first game out there, they were getting him reps. There was a guy sitting next to me saying, why is this guy out there? He's not really doing that much. And honestly, I said, if this was a playoff game, if this was a bigger game in the season, like a must-win, it would be James White's day all game. But it was Sony Michel. Let's get him reps. You just felt like that team was trying to get out of that week unscathed with injuries, and it just sucks to sit front row. You make these signs. You think you're going to get on TV. You want to see touchdowns in your end zone, and they completely laid an egg. So, of course, I have the tattoo. I know about the territory it comes with. The Patriots are officially 1-2. And you have Reddit trying to go out and chirp at me. My DMs are full of people saying I'm a jinx. I knew immediately after the game I had to address Patriots Nation the only way I can do it. Post-game live at Ford Field, and let me address every single person out there. Say what you want. I got my DMs. You're a jinx. It's over. The Patriots dynasty's over. You should see some of the shit I see every single day. I'm laughing. I'm still smiling. It is September. I've had a fun time the last 2 weeks traveling around. You guys don't even see half the things I even do. I love it. Again, September, the Patriots are 1-2. I can't wait to laugh in your faces when it comes December, January, and even February when I look back on something like this and you all doubted. I love it. Keep doing that. It really shows the bandwagoners out there. Stay positive. Stay hungry. This team is only going to get better. Believe that. And we're still on our way to Atlanta, and we're still going to Super Bowl 53. Bank on it. So it's post-game. The Patriots just lost. I'm out and about in Detroit. I'm still out there having fun, doing my thing. And my boy Nate Dogg hits me up and says, hey, Pat's production is out here chirping at you saying this dude is the reason. Meaning they're the reason why the Pats are 1-2. Why they just got their ass whooped on Sunday Night Football. And at the end of the day, and this to everybody that loves me or hates me, I understand what the tattoo was going to do, but I don't play for the Patriots. Bill Belichick is not my dad. And let me tell you about the internet. Internet 101 here. You want to put my face out there, or you want to say something negative about me, or start blaming things on me, get ready to get clapped back. I'm putting the gloves on. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do for a living, whether you're 100 or whether you're 5. You want to put me out there, I'm ready to defend myself, and I'm ready to put that chip on my shoulder and say, hey, let's go. And honestly, I had a little fun with it. Talked about it on my story. This guy was absolutely shook. Had everyone in my DMs about it, saying go after him. Other people saying back down. But it ended up making me go home and just address everybody.
So I'm back in Boston. I'm pissed off because I'm focusing on week 4. We're on to Miami, but I have to address a couple people out there. The Patriots have lost the last 2 games in a row, and it's funny to see all the bandwagoners hopping off the train because they don't believe, just like people didn't believe when it was 28-3. You see, I was born into greatness. I was born into championships, and I'm never hopping off this wagon. You know me, overdosed on confidence, Super Bowl 53 champions. But when the Patriots lose, you come and attack me because you need to point the finger at somebody. Whether if it's on your shitty-ass Instagram, whether it's on Reddit for you keyboard warriors, or when you slide in my DMs like this, or this. Just remember, peasants, it's only September. We're on to Miami.
The Pats are 1-2, and it didn't even bother me. It sucks. Back-to-back road losses, you travel out there. But I knew I was ready for Miami. I knew the Patriots would be able to bounce back, and the Miami Dolphins were 3-0 at the time. I said, this team, they've lost 2 in a row. They're ready to go prove to the league that they're not done.